Welcome back. Today we are solving 2025 further maths Neco question. OBJ number 7 says, in an arithmetic projection, our common difference is 3, our first term is minus 7, and our SN is equals to 65. Now, not anytime you see SN, our SN mean sum of a sequence, which means you are using the formula Sn equals to n over 2 inside the big bracket 2a plus into bracket n minus 1 close bracket d and close the big bracket. Now, in as much we have been given the common difference and the first term, our Sn is said to be 65, which is equals to n over 2 into a big bracket of 2 into bracket, what is our first term? Minus 7 plus into bracket, our n is not given, minus 1 close bracket, what is our d? Our d is 3 and the big bracket is closed. First step is that you have already analyzed and interpret our question. So the next thing to do is to write 65 equals to n over 2. Then we what? We open this bracket. So this will be inside a bracket 2 times minus 7 will give us minus 14 plus 3 times n give us what? 3n, and 3 times minus 1 give us what? Minus 3, and we have this bracket. So the next thing to do is to open this bracket. Remember that minus 14 minus 3 give us what? Minus 17. So 65 equals to n over 2 inside the bracket of minus 17 plus 3n, close bracket. Now remember one thing, that what? This minus 2 is working for what? The denominator of this bracket. That is, we can write it as n into bracket minus 17 plus 3n all over 2. So the next thing to do is to write over 1, then we cross multiply. 2 times 65 give us what? 130 equals to what? N times minus 17 give us minus 17n. N times plus 3n give us what? Plus 3n squared. Now, by looking at this, we can see that we have something called a quadratic equation. This can automatically turn to 0, and this 3n squared can come forward, and we write 3n squared minus 17n. Then this 130, when it's come to this side, it will become what? Minus 30. You know this will become 0 automatically, so which is equals to 0. So you can see that we have a perfect quadratic equation. So we have to look for two numbers that when we multiply this and this together, it will give us that number. Then when we subtract those two numbers, it's going to give us this value. So by judging, we can use 3n squared. Through factorization, this will give us minus 30n plus 13n minus 130. So we can see that when we add this together, it's going to give you what? Minus 17. And when you multiply 30 and 130 together, it will give you 390, which is 3 times 130. Are we together now? So the next thing is to what? To group them. So this will become 3. We look for the common factor here, which is 3n. 3n into bracket 3 minus 10. Then common factor here is what? Plus 13 into bracket n minus 10. We are grouping them. So this will become 3n plus 13 into bracket n minus 10. So we all know that this will automatically become 0. So this will be 3n plus 13 equals to 0. This 0 here. And n minus 10 equals to 0. So our n here is equals to 10. So when we collect like times, we have this as 3n equals to what? Minus 13. So when we divide both sides by 3, 3 here 1, 3 here 4.3. So our n is equals to minus 4.3 or 10. By looking at our question here, we can see that option C is our answer, which is equals to 10. Thanks for watching. See you next class.